I had been wandering the wasteland for days. At one point, I got attacked by raiders, and I didn't have any weapons. Well, that wasn't until I found this. Tits. Out of my way. Here we go. Fuck yeah. Guess he's not getting eaten by zombies tonight. Hey there, YouTube. Joe's Guides 1 here with another episode of the Zombie Weapons Guide. Now, I think it's pretty obvious what weapon we're going to be covering today. That's right. Today we're going to be covering the walking stick. Now, why am I holding on to this? Fuck. Anyways, walking stick, it really depends on if it's a good weapon or not. Now, the thing it depends on is, now I did a test before this because sunlight, we don't have much sunlight left. Anyways, it really depends on what kind of stick you find. And I really wouldn't recommend using this weapon because even the strongest sticks that you think you see, like this one feels like it felt really good. I had a really good feeling about it. And you'll see what happens in the test. It just snaps right in half. Anyways, one of the best ways you can tell if a stick, like a walking stick, is good is if you go up to a tree. When you find it, go up to a tree and just like smash it against the side of the tree. And if it snaps in half, then you know you don't have a good weapon. But obviously, you know, if it doesn't snap after like 3 or 4 hits, you got a good weapon. Not necessarily a good weapon, but something that won't break easily. You could definitely use it to penetrate the brain if you really, really, you know, smash down hard, you know. But for a walking stick, I wouldn't recommend penetrating the brain. I would recommend just using it to, like, push somebody out of the way. So, you know, if a zombie's coming at you, you can just push him out of the way. Maybe break his kneecaps so he falls on the ground. But yeah, you can also like push back like this. Maybe it's good if you get a long one to go through crowds, so that way you can just keep pushing them out of the way. Now, walking stick is a very general term. When I say walking stick, I mean like you're walking in the woods and you find something that you can use like when you're hiking, so you just pick something up, you know, on the ground. But it can also refer to like weapon, like, you know, when you go into a store and you buy not really a cane, but a walking stick. Whereas a cane is down low, a walking stick, it's kind of like a wizard's staff. Would you part an old man with this walking stick? That's from Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. Anyways, so that's what I mean when I say walking stick. It's either one of these or one that you can buy in a store. I would generally try and find the ones you get in a store because I feel like those are made to support a lot of weight. So those would probably be a lot stronger. But that's not always the case. You really got to be careful when you're deciding. As always, do the toe test. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. Today's zombie weapons tip is kind of unusual, actually. But if you're looking for a place to survive and you live near the ocean, one of the best places you can go is, I really should say, like, near down south of the ocean, because that's where, like, all the oil refineries are. If you live near an oil refinery or an oil rig, that's actually a really good place to survive, because when you think about it, all the workers on the rig will have left to go see their families after hearing news about what's happened. They're a pretty good distance out, so, you know, you would have to take a boat to get there, and you could always look around and see if anybody's coming in. It's not like you can swim to one. There are ladders on the side, and usually you fly in from a helicopter, but I'm sure, you know, at least that's how they do it. I'm sure they have ladders and shit that you can climb on. But built in on those things, they have, like, a year's worth of food, 6 months worth of food in case a disaster happens and they can't get off. So that's there for you. You got food, plus it's in the ocean, so you got a bunch of fish around, instant immediate supply of water plus water sanitation systems. Once again, for the emergency. So you got food, water, shelter that's not easy to access, but easily hidden, because not many people would think about going out on an oil rig. Plus, I mean, the oil rigs are huge. It's not just like one platform. There's a bunch of different complexes and stuff. So it's not like if somebody's looking over on binoculars, they're not necessarily going to see you. So that's another good thing. Yeah. So there you have it, oil rig, zombie tip. Actually, one thing you might want to worry about is corrosion from the salt water in the air, ruining the materials. But the only material you're really going to worry about it ruining is the water salination, or purification, whatever it's called. Aside from that, you should be good. But anyways, yeah, that was the zombie tip for the day, and anyways, let's get some tests. Well, till next time, this is Joe's Guides 1 saying, don't fear the apocalypse.